everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential and they try to blackmail you against you, and I say that respectfully. One thing you didn't have to do was run from your past. Their motivation was lack of self-control when it came to discipline and staying in their lane. If this was their competition and disrespect was loud, discrimination they wanted to see you frown, but God maintained your smile. We may not pray the same when it comes to elevation, when it comes to maturing. You ain't have to blackmail your neighbor, you just keeping it real. Something that they can relate to is their own vocabulary. It be the train of thought for me. How you dish out this negative energy. And then when you stand up for yourself, they say that you're mentally ill. 7:30, it be the train of thought for me. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. I'm not here to no respect, and my content is not for everyone. No, it's a trade though, me, God darn it. My content, but that's okay. No, it's a trade though for me. It's not. It's no need to fight the air, neighbor. Watching me at the end of the day, you said I'm not entertaining, but you could find somewhere else to actually understand your train of thought when it comes to your mental health. Find something to invest in your time and day besides project the negative energy towards me, project the story with your chaos. No, it's a train thought, people. All your lies. How you fight in the air? Realize, hold on 1 second, self-awareness goes within. You know, that unconditional love, it would allow you to understand your vision while you stay in your lane. Leave innocent people alone. It be the trick, don't be always be a stop on my list. My conscience, not everybody knows. Okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. My content is not for everyone. Gang stalking is real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and especially when someone threatens your life that nobody will ever hear you. You matter and you are worthy. It was never for likes and views. That unconditional love allows you to understand why you wasn't frowned another day, becoming your worst enemy. You know, truly going within. They would never understand the vision that God allowed you to see. That unconditional love started within. They didn't know how to respect you, love you, protect you. But who would have known that you continue to show up for you? To understand that you was worthy, understanding what God shows you another day for all the right reasons. Your heavenly mother, Father God never moved their hands off for you. You never had hate in your vein. They would never understand we don't all operate the same when it comes to challenge, tribulations, and pain. Regardless if we came from poverty and pain. Being your authentic self, you ain't have hate in your vein. You wanted everybody around you to truly elevate. They would never understand how you truly went within. Understanding your self-reflection. You matter, you're worthy. I'm not your genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. It was RVSPCT, neighbor. They said violence is the norm of the norm of the norm. Nah, that was someone's delusional ass mindset at the end of the day. Lack of self-control when it came to discipline that they didn't have. Wow. The confusion of someone's delusion. Thought it was the norm at the end they do their neighbor wrong. Folks picked and choose who they wanted to do wrong. You know, bully, 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 stay in your lame, neighbor. Why should it have to be you, neighbor? You left too soon. Or because someone lacked self-control when it came to discipline? Overcoming the storm, that's what you said that you wanted to understand your existence. You know, folks lose their life every single day, but you should never lose your life to the hands of someone that got lack of self-control when it comes to discipline. I may not make sense to the average person, but someone is truly paying attention. They said party, 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 people. Your body worthy, don't dim your light. Say party, 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 people. You're worthy, you worthy, you're worthy. It was just a party, everybody having a good time. Only realize that damn folks are trying to rewind time. They trying to rewind that conversation. I love you, I miss you, I got your back, I see you in a couple of hours. Only realize that damn, that conversation became pointless, non-existence. Another day, hold on 1 second, I thought I had on. I thought I had you to hold on to. How folks is making the funeral arrangements now. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when you chilling, trying to heal trauma and pain. I may not make sense to the average person. What happened to RESPCT, your neighbor? Instead of putting your hands on someone at the end of the day because you got lack self-control to pick up a weapon. But that's nothing but the devil's work. The enemy was talking real loud, wanted to see you frown, let them down. They didn't want you to have a proper household. When they say get your life together, making up these rules at the end of the day, they can't be on the same page, operating on a jealousy and hate and envy at the end of the day. They got an energy harvest off your energy, trying to destiny swipe with you at the end of the day, going to these warlocks, these witches, and these tarot readers, these karmics they wear. Real weird, weird. That's the problem right there with folks. Yeah, you get lost in your words, but hold on a second. Who would have knew that that phone call would have had you in a chokehold? You was just washing dishes, getting yourself ready for your position. You got a new job tomorrow, trying to get your life together, only to realize you told your daughter at the end of the day, enjoy yourself, have a good night. A mother and a father getting a phone call, only to realize that, hold on 1 second, their life just changed in a split of a second. How you make a funeral arrangements when you're supposed to be getting ready to celebrate a birthday party that you put your last payment down for? Hey, butterfly. Did it matter if you was a boy or girl? Nah, what a cold world. Monday, you started off understanding your vision, trying to get your life together to understand, hold on 1 second, God got a better provision. God got a better position. You probably had a speech problem, a disability at the end of the day, but you still was trying to get your life together. They would never understand your existence. Becoming an entrepreneur, they would hold on 1 second. God wasn't holding you back. God was showing you it's okay to be your authentic self, even when folks didn't know how to pour into you, they don't respect you. But you had all the right people showing up for you, even days when you couldn't see. That energy is different because you truly had a calling on your life. You are beautiful, you are handsome. That was just Monday. Trying to find peace within a situation, coming from poverty and pain. All you heard was violence and chaos in your community every single day, the most unhealthiest way, like it was a video game, but it was truly a reality. Only about to hold on 1 second. God protect me. With these folks' bad habit, the lack of soul control, they shoot in the air, talking about they real, but they forgot to keep it real. When that 4-year-old baby was crossing the street, how they project pain to an innocent family. That was only Monday. Tuesday. Damn, we gonna skip right through the day. Cause the day went by so fast. Folks be like, damn, where did the time go having a good time? And it wasn't a lie. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Getting yourself together for Friday, cause you about to turn up, have a good time, only to realize the home in 1 second. Did I forget something to do on my to-do list? That be the train of thought for me. How when someone is truly getting their life together, they make sure that they check off everything when it comes to elevation, when it comes to maturing, understanding that they was acting their body like their shoe size, and not one lie was told. They just wanted to have a good night, only to realize that Friday came so fast when you least expected, because the week done spent out when you least expected, and it wasn't so much losing the mindset, because when you least expected, imagine planning for something, waiting for the week to go by so fast and it feels so long, only for you to realize you lost your cousin because of the fact that someone lacks self-control when before the weekend. You're trying to get your mind together. Talking about you don't know if you're going to be coming or going. If you even going to go to the party. But everybody's like, go, 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 go. It's a train of thought for me. That was only Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. How Thursday approaches. You went on date night with your bae, having a good time. That ain't been out in a long time. Only to have a good time. Only to watch you rewind in time. Started reminisce of good times. Only to realize the hold on 1 second you fell in love another day with the love of your life. Started making arrangements, talking about you're about to get married. Only to realize your vocabulary truly hits different today. Because you start to realize you start to outgrow your old habits. Only to realize that, wow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just another day of the week, right? That's how you feel inside. Thanking God for guidance and thanking God for allowing you to see how far they came. Realize you still got your family by your side. Everybody supporting each other. Only to realize the hold on 1 second. Everybody wish they could go one time. It's emergency, it's emergency, it's an emergency, it's an emergency, it's an emergency, it's an emergency. It was your address when it came to your household, neighbor. That's what they said that day when a 911 call came through. Only to realize your moms and your pops didn't know how to realize, hold on 1 second, what do I choose? Do I choose violence? Or do I choose the authority to take care of business? They don't know if they coming or going. All they know is their baby is gone. Family is under distress. They don't even know if they coming or going. You're so loved, you're so respected, everybody loves you. Only to realize that someone took you because they lacked self-control when it came to their own trust issues. How this type of stuff became the norm. How mother and father is grieving because someone lacked self-control. The matter if you came from poverty and pain, it'd be the train of thought for me. R-E-S-P C-T, it'd be the train of thought for me. What happened to respect in the hood? It'd be the train of thought for me. People pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to see have a good time. People pick and choose who they don't want to see elevate to become their best soul vision regardless of their career at the end of the day. It's kind of funny and disgusting. No, it's not funny. Until it happens to your household, then you be like, hold on 1 second. God don't like ugly. But we don't pray the same because I ain't got hate in my vein. It be the trend of thought how folks be projecting their own pain. Oh, innocent people. A mother and a father is truly grieving. They just lost a baby a couple of weeks ago, let alone a month or two. Or because of the fact of a community that lacks soul control when it came to discipline. They be so much proud at the end of the day, they still able to root their babies on. Hold on 1 second. Because God didn't make a mistake. A graduation coming up. Still able to have the mental health strength at the end of the day, but still dealing with pain. Trying to maintain a smile, but they truly frowning inside. Can't no doctor fix that pain. It be the train of thought for me how folks be trying to disrespect innocent people. Don't even know what they going through on the mental stage. You know, mental awareness is real. Someone just lost a daughter, a son, a brother, an uncle within the same month. That was a stand-up father. No, he still is. But society wants to kick him down to see him frown. Certain folks say it's his own karma, but that's not real at the end of the day because he did his best to become the best father. His children loved him, poured into him, showed him respect, even days when they couldn't relate to their own love language. That energy is different. Only to realize that his life will change forever. Trying to figure out how does he cope with the weather. Dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD. They trying to diagnose him, only to realize, hold on 1 second. No thank you, judge. Someone decided to pick up a bottle, get a little too over intoxicated. They locked him up. All because of the fact that he's so overwhelmed. Nobody actually hears it when it comes to his cries. Did it matter his culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age? A man or a woman that's holding down a household, dealing with pain? How you lost over 5 people in 1 month? And folks still don't understand, hold on 1 second. How do I adjust to go within? My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Nobody should lose a loved one because of lack of self-control. It doesn't matter if someone comes from poverty and pain. It's disgusting to see how you try to outgrow poverty and pain, or you're just trying to take the baby steps of becoming your best self, vision of yourself, regardless to if you're an entrepreneur or not, or if you're deciding to go to college or not, or if you're deciding to be an actor, an artist, a basketball player, a football player. It doesn't matter what subject it is, how someone will have so much jealousy and envy and hate towards you. They will make sure that They do everything in their power to make sure that you don't succeed in life. They make sure, and within in their power, that they make sure that you don't have the financial stability to make sure that you don't get to where you need to be in life. And then it goes down to the point where you're having a good time. Someone doesn't like the fact that you know how to maintain a smile, dealing with poverty and pain. Someone doesn't like the fact that, you know, you can be your biggest cheerleader even when folks is not rooting you on and they don't understand how. You know, God was never for sale when you truly keeping it real. They say God not real, but God allows you to heal. You know, your Heavenly Mother, Father God, and remove their hands off of you. Your Heavenly Father God truly got you back when, hold on one second, when the enemy try to confuse you, when the devil try to step on your toes. They say that God's not real. They try to get you like to put you in this sideboard, put your back against the wall, trying to hurt you mentally, physically, spiritually, even financially, trying to even get you jumped, trying to project a hate crime towards you with their lives because of all their pain. They pick and choose who they want to bully, how this type of stuff actually happens. They said because you live in poverty and pain, everybody's in competition with each other. But that was never the case. People pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they said, you know what? I'm going to get out of my bed today and I'm going to go to this direction and show my ass and show out in a way where someone won't be able to make it home to love their loved ones. Someone won't be able to maintain that smile because I can't stand to see them smile. I can't stand to see them speak the truth. I can't stand to see that how do they elevate and prosper, and I'm trying to kick them down. How this type of stuff actually happens. How you got these tarot readers, these witches, these warlocks, the doctor, sending spell work towards an innocent person. You didn't want someone to overcome a storm at the end of the day because you want them to be a crasher with your bad habits, the lack of self-control that you truly have. Until something happens to your household, then you understand that, hold on one second, stay in your lane and be the train of thought for me. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I do not condone violence, hate crime, discrimination, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, regardless of who's trying to blackmail me against me. I do not live in fear, and I will never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Hate crime, violence, and more, or someone being essayed is real. It should never have to be your household for you to understand that. Hold on one second. I do love my loved one. I do care about somebody. Or it should never have to be your story for you to say, you know what? This was never for likes and views, but this is really did happen to me. Because God was never for sale. And the devil and the enemy was truly working when that could have been all avoided. It could have. It became the norm to hurt your neighbor. It became the norm to have jealousy and hate towards men and women. You don't like somebody so bad because they're authentic and they have potential. So you do everything in your power. You got this person in this tax bracket, this person in that tax bracket, or you pay someone that has an addiction problem to shortchange somebody of their own mental health. How this type of stuff actually happens, it becomes the norm. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You know, when someone threatens your life that nobody will ever believe you or hear you, it was never for likes and views or cloud chasing. Protecting your mental health, something they said that you couldn't do. They said that you're slow, stupid, and retarded, mentally ill. But you didn't have to disturb your neighbor when they disrespected you. They tried to paint you out to be somebody you truly wasn't. All to make themselves comfortable when they should have just stayed in their lane. All because you chose you. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Someone will be so jealous of you at the end of the day, have so much animosity and hate towards you. And they play the discrimination card, and they hide behind spell work. They hide behind hacking your devices. They hide behind gang stalking you. They have certain individuals watching you within your community or in different tax brackets just to make sure they dim your light. My content is not for everyone. No mother or father or loved one should have to lose a loved one because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. It doesn't matter of your upbringing, if you came from poverty and pain or not. Peace and respect your neighbor stuff about you. You want to know them, you like go, you never know them, you like. Stop the violence. I said stop the violence. It's a train of thought for me. How these folks want you to see so uncomfortable. But them in your life. That's what gets them off at the end of the day. There's certain folks that don't care about going to jail. There's certain folks that just don't care about their life. Or alone to make you mentally ill. How this type of stuff actually happens every single day. And it's not the norm. And it was never a script. It was never someone acting to be someone they truly wasn't. Just because violence or hate crime or someone's not being RAP'd in your household, it's going on in someone's household. Someone was just abducted. Someone was just almost attempted to be kidnapped. And the list continues to go on. And it doesn't matter how old someone is. This stuff should really stop. The devil's a lie. And that's the part that God said at the end of the day. The devil is a lie. For the devil to have to step in and try to make your vision blurry, it tells a lot at the end of the day. No money in this world could allow me to sit here and hurt my neighbor, to shortchange them of their life. And I say that respectfully, but we don't all have that mindset. Doesn't matter if you come from poverty and pain or not. You don't like somebody, you disagree with somebody at the end of the day. You just stay in your lane. There's no reason to make their life even more difficult than what it should be. One thing I don't do is run from my past. And I can repeat any he say, she say conversation. I say that respectfully. You know, when God reveals the devil all and the enemy, the energy is different. It wasn't to fumble me. It was to allow me to see that I was truly going with it. When I actually prayed to ask God to reveal my enemy, let alone the devil, to understand why I overcame that storm. When folks wanted to do me wrong, they wanted me to be the biggest crash out, but God was fixing my crown. They would never understand God was never for sale when you keep in the world. Never had hate in my vein. Never looked at my neighbor like competition. I'm acting my body weight, my shoe size, and I hold on 1 second. I bothered your mental health because I was saying I wanted to heal. It's disgusting to see how individuals that call themselves adults, grown, they demand your tax bracket. How you would sit there and threaten somebody's life. How you would sit there and hack their devices and gang stalk them. And be part of a hate train towards an innocent person who never had malicious intentions towards you, because this type of stuff actually happens every single day. It does. And someone is not doing it for likes and views or a script to be somebody they truly not. Stop the violence, stop the hate crime and more. My content is not for everyone. Today is currently July 3rd, 2025. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. We all ain't the same. That flex hits different. How to worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I know how to respect my neighbor. The disrespect was loud when you tried to make me feel I was supposed to wild out in that conversation. But God was holding my tongue back for all the right reasons. Showing me my enemy, let alone the devil. Only us be on two different levels when it comes to maturing. I was acting my body and you was acting the shoe size. Hold on 1 second, all the lies you had to tell. One thing I have to run to is running from my past. One that you can relate to is really going with and actually heal. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not Asian on respect. And I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless of who tries to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully. Folks will try to humble you because you're willing to choose you. Folks will try to humble you so they want you to see your faith. When you say that God is guiding you, you know, people pick and choose who can talk about God. People pick and choose who can talk about spirituality. But God was never for sale when you truly keep in the realm. When God sends the right people into your life, the elevation when it comes to growth actually hits different. Folks is actually authentic with no malicious intentions. They ain't trying to blackmail you against you. They ain't trying to size you up to blackmail you to paint you out to be the villain in their story. Because they acting their body like the shoe size. That energy is different. They didn't have to tell no lies. They actually rooting you on good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. The energy is different when you ask God to remove what truly allows you to heal when you're passing your reality day. How the right people truly show up for you. And they ain't got hate in their vein. I'm nice and I'm respecting my conscience, it's not for everybody. When someone says you don't have potential, never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless if they have you shadow banned or they paying people in the behind the scenes to make sure they dim your light or whatever the case may be. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintention. I say that respectfully. You are beautiful and you are handsome, you matter, you're worthy. I'm nice and I'm respecting my content, it's not for everybody. Nobody deserves to lose a loved one or someone they care or respect at the end of the day to the hands of someone that lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. You didn't like the way someone was carrying themselves, but you decided to antagonize them. You decided to manipulate them. You decided to kick them down when they was trying to understand, hold on 1 second, to maintain their day. You had so much hate and envy, you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to control the narrative of your story and paint you out to be the villain of my story. But then when someone puts something in God's hands and that child of God, regardless how old they are, they was being guided to stand up for themselves with no malicious intentions. Now they dead ass wrong. Now you want to have a hate crime towards an innocent person who knew at the end of the day what self-worth looks like when it comes to growth and maturing. Peace and respect, some respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Anywhere don't dim your light, go you neighbor, don't dim your light. Stop the violence. My content is not for everybody. You remove yourself out of a relationship, it doesn't matter what subject it is. You walk away from certain individuals, it should be no reason why someone should be trying to take your loved one's life. It should be no reason why someone is going from point A to Z and their life is being taken because someone lacks self-control when it comes to different discipline. It didn't matter if someone lived in poverty and pain or not. Stop the violence, neighbor. Stop the violence. It's a train of thought from me. Stop the violence. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm nice and respect. You could disrespect me all day long. Keep your hands off me and keep your weapons to yourself, and I say that respectfully. July 3rd, 2025. I'm Naya Jim and respect. Have a good day. I would never hurt myself. When it comes to my Heavenly Mother, Father God, I do not wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone, I always have. Regardless who tries to blackmail me and pay me out to be somebody truly not because they hacked my devices and they tried to put me in a situation where I wasn't supposed to be part of. And it was one-sided. God saw everything, and one thing I ain't got to do was lie. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say it respectfully. And especially when you got hate in your thing, you don't respect your neighbor, even when they can't even relate to their own self-love. Always be yourself. Protect your energy, protect your family, and stop the violence. Stay out of trouble. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.